According to insiders, 50 is currently working on a documentary that is tentatively titled Surviving T and Tiny. According to reports, the project would revisit past allegations of sexual misconduct made against the couple by multiple women. These allegations are not new. T.I. and Tiny have consistently denied the allegations, which are said to have occurred between 2005 and 2015 and include accusations of sexual assault, drugging, and other misconduct from multiple women. The majority of related lawsuits have been dismissed in court. The timing of this announcement was also carefully planned. T.I. is currently preparing for the release of his final album, Kill the King, which is meant to be his retirement album, his last body of work, and his victory lap. And 50 Cent is now threatening to overshadow that entire moment with a documentary about sexual assault allegations. The fact that the allegations are old does not mean a documentary cannot be devastating. A documentary examining allegations tied to him and Tiny, regardless of how those allegations have fared legally, would be a devastating piece of counter-programming. Since 50 Cent has a history of using social media to troll before completing projects, the question of whether the documentary is real is one that everyone is asking, but it is unconfirmed. In a since-deleted Instagram post, 50 Cent shared a headline suggesting the documentary is in development and used his caption to lean into the threat. No official announcement has been made, but both possibilities remain on the table, which is precisely the problem. Here's the thing about Curtis Jackson, though. The title of the documentary, Surviving T and Tiny, which purposefully echoes Surviving R, also tells volumes. The Diddy documentary was real and impactful and came after a long period of silence that people interpreted as his giving in. He has really followed through before. Kelly format. The same playbook 50 had a devastating effect on Sean Diddy Combs. This documentary is intended to evoke the same sense of accountability and exposure that those earlier projects carried. The Harris couple has been accused of a pattern of drugging, kidnapping, and sexual assault by over 30 women and one man, which they have vehemently denied. 50 Cent would be scrutinizing these accusations. A documentary series on a streaming platform that reaches millions of people is a different kind of trial, regardless of criminal convictions. 50 Cent also posted the theme song for his new star show Power Origins, taking another jab at the Harris family with the caption, "They are going to learn to leave me alone." This is the change. 50 Cent is no longer just sharing memes. He has transitioned from trolling to production. He is using his position as one of the most influential television producers to use a documentary as a weapon against a personal competitor, which completely alters the game. How did T.I. react to this? Everyone looked to him when the documentary threatened, and the question was straightforward: would he panic? Rapper T.I. is prepared to take his feud with 50 Cent to the next level if the rival wants to. The King of the South made it clear in the video that he does not feel threatened by the possibility of a documentary or any other challenge, instead framing the situation as open competition. Would he try to make peace? Would he go silent? He did none of those things. "We can go bar for bar, hit for hit, or doc for doc," T.I. remarked in a video answer. "You will only demonstrate the extent of an FNU in either case. Come on, let's play. No one is afraid of you here, boo-boo." You can learn all you need to know about T.I.'s mindset from that response. He is not giving up. He's daring 50 Cent to make the documentary, and he's saying that if it comes down to it, he's willing to make one right back. However, it's unclear if T.I. has the resources to make a counter-documentary the way 50 Cent can. 50 Cent has Netflix, stars, and a whole production apparatus that he's built over the past 10 years. Let him know one of the early hits of 2026 is part of T.I.'s retirement album, Kill the King, and is currently #1 at Urban Radio and on several charts from Instagram to Billboard. The beef has not heard his music roll out. T.I. does not have that, but the stance he is taking is one of defiance rather than fear. If anything, the controversy has kept his name in the spotlight during one of the most significant promotional periods of his career. The feud is still going strong as T.I.'s new song, Let Him Know, featuring Pharrell Williams, hits #1 on Urban Radio this week. The song is the lead single on T.I.'s upcoming album, Kill the King, so T.I. has the #1 record. He has the press tour. He has the attention, and he is making the most of it. Meanwhile, 50 Cent hasn't released a diss track. On Instagram, he shared a phony, Foolish Indiga Award certificate with the caption, "Goes to old rappers still trying to battle rap." "I don't need to rap," he continued. "I have to rap for you." That is 50 Cent informing T.I. that he will not comply with T.I.'s demands. He will not exchange bars. He plans to fight this war on a different front using his production firm and television empire. "No One Told Us What We're Here For"ing Leon Thomas is a response to 50 Cent's new song, "No One Told Us What We're Here For," which features R&B's hottest act, Leon Thomas. The record is actually for the next installment in his Power TV series, but the G-Unit mogul uses it as a way to lyrically respond to T.I. and his entire family. Therefore, even when 50 makes music, he makes sure it serves a dual purpose, promoting his show and taking jabs at his rival. The title of this video asks whether King Harris is pleading with 50 Cent to stop leaking T.I.'s documentary before it destroys everything, and that is worth examining. Here is what we know: King Harris went as far as anyone could go in this beef. 50 Cent is in a position of power here, pun intended. This is a song that he can play on stairs whenever he wants. He understands the power of promotion. Wearing the t-shirt, he posted the FBI documents, dropped diss tracks, and said things about 50 Cent's mother that most people would never say in public. When the documentary threat materialized, the dynamic changed. T also stated that he has been instilling good character in his family and that he doesn't enjoy his son King dropping diss tracks. Influencers and hip-hop commentators jumped on the clips instantly. Reaction videos exploded, with creators breaking down every word Arc Kalola said, analyzing her tone, gestures, and the timeline of events. Some defended her courage, praising her for going public and controlling her narrative. Others questioned her claims, dissecting inconsistencies or pointing to NBA YoungBoy's supporters who flooded the comment sections with counterarguments. The debate became a full-scale social media war, with both sides fiercely loyal. Meanwhile, NBA YoungBoy stayed mostly silent. His team released vague statements that were calculated to protect his brand while not directly addressing the allegations. Fans immediately picked apart every word, looking for signs of guilt, evasion, or strategy. Every post, every cryptic comment, every late-night tweet was scrutinized for hidden meanings. The suspense was palpable. The internet was desperate for a definitive response, and the silence only added to the tension. Arc Kalola, however, was not backing down. She posted follow-up videos, clarifying certain points, emphasizing her evidence and teasing documents, screenshots, and photos that she said backed her claims. Each post was carefully timed to maximize attention, ensuring the story stayed trending and her perspective remained in control. She wasn't just exposing alleged abuse, she was showing a masterclass in narrative dominance in the social media age. Fans also began investigating past incidents. Clips from NBA YoungBoy's history with other baby mamas resurfaced, including the 2018 incident with Janaya. Comparisons were made to Arc Kalola's claims, revealing alleged patterns of neglect and manipulation. The consistency of the allegations amplified Arc Kalola's credibility in the eyes of many observers. The drama didn't stop online. Podcasts and commentary channels dedicated entire episodes to analyzing the situation. Hosts debated legal implications, parenting responsibilities, and the potential fallout for NBA YoungBoy. Some suggested he could face family court scrutiny, while others speculated about the impact on his public image, touring, and sponsorships. Analysts noted that social media had become a primary force in shaping celebrity narratives, giving Arc Kalola unprecedented power to control the story. Emotions ran high in the fanbase. Supporters of NBA YoungBoy defended him aggressively, flooding comment sections, creating memes, and calling out Arc Kalola's claims. Meanwhile, others rallied behind Arc, applauding her bravery and meticulous documentation of events. The divide between the two camps intensified, with arguments, polls, and viral posts multiplying by the hour. Arc Kalola also addressed the federal angle. She explained her refusal to cooperate with investigators, citing concerns over manipulation and loss of narrative control. Fans and analysts debated whether this was a wise move, highlighting the high-stakes legal consequences, public perception, and her son's well-being. Every detail she shared was analyzed, from the alleged federal visits to how NBA YoungBoy allegedly coordinated explanations for injuries. The story escalated further when screenshots and clips of her live stream were reposted by major accounts, sparking international attention. News outlets covered the story, emphasizing the seriousness of the allegations and the viral response. Headlines called it shocking, unfiltered, and a wake-up call about celebrity power dynamics. Every share, repost, and article reinforced the narrative and increased visibility. Fans continued to dissect NBA YoungBoy's every move. Was his silence strategic? Was he preparing a public response or legal action? Memes and reaction videos suggested multiple scenarios: diss tracks, apology posts, or cryptic messages. The suspense became part of the story itself, drawing even casual observers into the drama. Kalola maintained control throughout. She continued posting clarifications, responding to fan questions, and even highlighting inconsistencies in NBA YoungBoy's vague statements. Her approach combined courage, strategy, and meticulous documentation, turning personal trauma into a viral, high-stakes social media narrative that demanded attention from fans, media, and legal authorities alike. Meanwhile, NBA YoungBoy's current girlfriend, Jazz, was also under scrutiny. Fans analyzed her social media activity, speculating on her involvement in the alleged cover-ups and favoritism. Screenshots and live-stream clips from Kalola fueled theories about Jazz's role, suggesting the drama extended beyond a single mother and a rapper to include an entire household dynamic. By the end of the week, the story had grown into a multi-layered saga. Fans debated parenting responsibility, celebrity privilege, emotional manipulation, and legal ramifications. Social media had amplified every aspect, ensuring that the situation remained trending and that Kalola's narrative stayed central. Every post, every comment, and every clip added to the digital footprint, creating a living record of the drama that could influence public opinion and future legal outcomes. Kalola's strategic approach showed the power of direct-to-audience storytelling in the social media era. She bypassed traditional media, avoided narrative spin, and retained control over her voice. By documenting the timeline, exposing alleged injuries, and highlighting manipulations, she not only shared her personal story, but also created a viral blueprint for how individuals can assert influence against high-profile figures. As the saga continued, NBA YoungBoy's silence became a story in itself. Fans speculated endlessly about what was coming next: diss tracks, public statements, or legal responses. The narrative tension kept engagement high, with new reaction videos, memes, and commentary constantly reshaping the conversation. The drama had reached a point where social media, law, and celebrity influence intersected in a way rarely seen before. Kalola had successfully transformed private struggle into a public spectacle of accountability, strategy, and courage. Fans watched every post, debated every allegation, and waited for NBA YoungBoy's next move. The story was far from over. The tension, anticipation, and social media war had only just begun. The saga had reached its boiling point. Kalola's live streams, clips, and detailed allegations had gone viral, dominating every platform. Fans, influencers, and even celebrities were weighing in. Every post she made was dissected, every phrase, every gesture, every piece of evidence became part of the conversation. Social media was ablaze, and NBA YoungBoy could no longer rely on silence. Finally, he responded. Not in a public statement, but through a tightly controlled Instagram post and cryptic story updates. The tone was defensive, strategic, and calculated. He denied the most serious allegations outright, but didn't address every detail Kalola had exposed. Fans immediately jumped into debate, some believing his denial, others convinced the pattern of behavior highlighted proved credibility. Memes, reaction videos, and podcasts dissected every word of his post, analyzing what was implied, what was left unsaid, and what could be coming next. Meanwhile, Kalola continued to maintain control over the narrative. She posted follow-up videos clarifying her points, responding to fan questions, and showing screenshots and photos supporting her claims. The strategic timing kept the drama trending, and she continued to dominate the conversation, making it clear that she was the one controlling the story now. Her meticulous documentation, injury photos, timelines, and the social media records created a permanent, verifiable record. This wasn't just drama, it was evidence, accountability, and exposure all in one. Fans began analyzing NBA YoungBoy's every move, interactions with Jazz, public appearances, and social media activity. Every subtle hint, from captions to emojis, was scrutinized as potential evidence of response or guilt. Influencers broke down video clips frame by frame, while reaction channels created long-form analysis comparing his past behavior with Ark's current claims. The internet had turned into a courtroom of public opinion. Legally, Kalola prepared for the next step. She had already filed documents in family court and made her intentions clear: full custody, child support, and accountability. The documentation from her Instagram live streams created a powerful record, which family court would consider seriously. Judges could no longer ignore the evidence, and NBA YoungBoy's team would have to respond in a court setting where the stakes were real and enforceable. The viral impact of this saga was undeniable. Millions of views, thousands of comments, and endless shares across platforms created a digital footprint that would influence public perception for months. Kalola had turned private struggle into a public campaign for truth, protecting her child and asserting her voice against a wealthy, powerful celebrity. Even the fan reaction was revealing. Some supported NBA YoungBoy, defending him fiercely and questioning Ark's credibility. Others rallied behind Ark, praising her courage and meticulous attention to detail. The polarizing reactions fueled engagement, with every discussion thread acting as a magnifying lens for the story. Jazz, NBA YoungBoy's girlfriend, also remained under scrutiny. Ark's claims about her involvement in cover-ups, favoritism, and protecting her position in the family kept fans analyzing her social media activity. Every post she made, every story update, and every public appearance was examined in the context of Ark's allegations. The narrative had grown into a multi-dimensional saga involving multiple people, each with stakes in the story. Ultimately, the climax wasn't a single confrontation, but a battle for narrative control. Kalola had strategically bypassed traditional media, publicists, and lawyers to speak directly to the public. By documenting her story, highlighting alleged injuries, exposing manipulation, and providing timelines, she forced both fans and NBA YoungBoy's team to reckon with her perspective. As the final week of this viral saga unfolded, NBA YoungBoy's silence became even more telling. His selective responses, defensive posts, and cryptic captions suggested he was aware of the growing impact of Kalola's narrative. Meanwhile, Ark remained unflinching, posting additional evidence, clarifying her claims, and maintaining her composure under intense public scrutiny. Her strategy of transparency and control solidified her position as the central figure in the narrative. Social media analysts called it a masterclass in digital influence. Kalola had taken a personal, painful experience and turned it into a public story that commanded attention, engagement, and accountability. Fans debated every moment, dissected every post, and waited eagerly for NBA YoungBoy's next move, knowing that the story could continue evolving. In the end, the saga highlighted the power dynamics of celebrity relationships in the social media age. A wealthy, influential rapper with a massive fan base versus a determined mother documenting her child's safety and well-being created a clash of influence, control, and public perception. The story wasn't over. The legal proceedings, social media fallout, and fan debates would continue, but Kalola had undeniably shifted the narrative. By taking control of the conversation, documenting evidence, and refusing to be silenced, Art Kalola turned what could have been private pain into a public lesson in courage, strategy, and narrative power. The saga would be remembered as a defining moment in celebrity social media drama, raw, shocking, and unforgettable. Yo, the story is out and the internet is lit. Art Kalola just went full beast mode exposing NBA YoungBoy, and this isn't just baby mama drama, it's a full-on rap beef meets real-life courtroom showdown. Fans are debating every move, dissecting every clip, and analyzing every post. The tension is insane, and your voice matters. Who's really in the right? Is NBA YoungBoy manipulating the narrative like he always does, or is Art Kalola finally taking control and showing the world what's been happening behind the scenes? Drop your opinions in the comments. We want to know who you side with and why. Every reaction, theory, and prediction counts. Did Art do the right thing going public, or should she have played it quieter? Fans are torn, and the debate is only heating up. Share this video, tag your friends, and join the conversation because the story is evolving fast. Every like, comment, and share keeps the drama alive and ensures that these voices are heard. Don't just watch, participate. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we're breaking down all the receipts, timelines, and shocking moments in real time. This saga isn't slowing down, and neither are we. The next move could change everything, and you need to be here when it drops. So, what's your take? Who's really winning this battle of power, influence, and truth, NBA YoungBoy or Art Kalola? Let the debate begin, and let the internet decide.